And grateful. Glad to hear your voice. What's going on? What do you think about this
Likewise.
topic?
I think it's a great topic. I myself, I'm married, so I'm not dating. But a few friends of mine, we had a discussion about dating and particularly using the dating sites.
Uh-huh.
And what we were talking about was it would be interesting if people would put their flaws on their profile.
Come on. Can you imagine if that happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, listen.
what would you put on there?
Oh, go ahead.
What would you put on there, though? Name a couple of flaws you think would be good for people to know ahead of time.
Well, one of the examples we were using were if you're bad with money, say you're not good with money.
Wow.
You know, what I noticed, because I used to use a dating online dating site for a while, and what I noticed that some of the photos that I would see looked like they were done like an actual photo shoot. So I said it would be interesting to take a picture of yourself when you're waking up.
Wow.
You know, like what you would consider your absolute worth, because if a person's still willing to reach out to you and have conversation with you, there's nowhere else to go but up.
Wow. Yeah, but really, are you going to get any hits, though, if you're like, yo, this is what I look like in the morning and I have really bad breath. I'm terrible with money. But if you want to date me, let's go.
But look, this is the thing, and this is what I told my friend. He said, you know, it's about first impressions. And I said, I'm not talking about first impressions. I'm talking about weeding out that one.
All right.
Weeding out that one that's willing to still have that conversation with you.
I hear you.
Without all the glamour.
I hear you. Said by a married man. Single folk are like, go ahead, man.
Right.
All right. Hey, thanks for.
But also to add. Oh, I'm sorry, but I just want to say, to add on to this, we also mentioned that the woman would have to be a born again believer.
Okay. Got to be a Christian.
That would be the foundation. Got to be a Christian. Yeah. Got to be evenly yoked. Can't be unevenly yoked if you're a believer.
Well, how if you put your flaw in there? I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I'm not really living the way I should. Do you put that up there too?
Yeah, I think I don't know. You know how I would respond to it. Like if I was
right.
You know,
I'm a little uncommitted.
I want to know if you're born again.
I'm born again, but I'm a little uncommitted.
If you're born again, we could work. That's a starting point.
I hear you, man. Hey, God bless you, Chad. Thanks for hanging with me.
Thanks, Dr. Anderson. God bless you as well.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Upper Marlboro, Maryland. I got Corey on the line. Hey, Mr. Corey, it's Dr. Anderson here. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Dr. Anderson. How are you doing?
I'm alive and grateful, my friend. Hey, what do you think about this topic on dating? Is it tough out there?
You know what? I'll say it like this. I'm thankful that I'm no longer in the dating scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be married in about a couple weeks.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. And there's moments when I'm so grateful to the Lord because I was able to get through the dating scene, because I'll be honest, it is difficult. As a millennial, it's difficult because I feel so many people, I think they overthink the dating process.
Mm-hmm.
You have technology that's a part of this. You have people who just, they're very picky. And then you have just the fact that I think a lot of people don't have a lot of trust anymore. People have trust issues when it comes down to meeting people in person. So I think technology is a part of that, but I do think it's very difficult in this day and age. There's so many attachments that people have, so much baggage, and it really takes the fun, or it takes the ease out of just enjoying getting to know someone, because there's so many people who have this idea that the very first person that they meet or they date, they're going to marry that person. And I think lowering the expectation is a part of how we can get into having it a little bit more of a relaxed time.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
not just putting all these expectations on everything.
Well, yeah, that's good. If you lower the expectations and also just want to be fun to hang out with, I'm sure that could take the stress down a notch. How did you meet your current fiance?
So, ironically, we met online.
Okay.
And so that experience was, I won't say it was that dreadful. I think it was kind of hit and miss, at least for me.
Right. Did you have to date a lot of people?
Say, I would say I dated a fair share, not a whole lot.
All right, more than 10.
Virtual. I'll say 10.
Okay.
I'll stay.
All right.
I'll
So
say 10.
okay, let's look at these 10 for a second. Then it goes down to what? After the 10, she's one of those 10, and then you go out with her a couple of more times, and then you weed out the other ones. Is that what happened?
Well, so it was a combination because I did it also during the pandemic.
Oh.
And so there were many moments when it was just an actual virtual date.
Virtual date.
So
Okay.
I did the whole video thing, and maybe I met with somebody once. We didn't quite click, or if we did, we kept talking through email, but something else came up, and it was like, no, we're not that interested in that way.
Ah.
So it was a combination, and then after the pandemic, that's when, back to dating in person.
Okay.
And so, and I think I would even say that the pandemic actually has had an impact on how people are dating now.
Sure. But let's go back to you. So, okay, now we come out of the pandemic, you start dating and you go out with her. Did you go out with some of the other ones too?
Before I met my fiance, I did.
So how did she win?
How
did she win? This is huge because she was probably dating other people online too. But finally, you guys get to a place where it's just you two. Did you have to have that conversation to say, I want this to be exclusive?
So this is what happened with her and I. We met online, of course, like I said, and then so she reached out to me first. Never even met her before. We started going back and forth just through email, and then we did our first, virtual call, whatnot.
Right.
And then, she and I met in person, and it was when I kind of knew before, but it was when I saw her in person, I knew that this was it.
Really?
I immediately knew that.
Ooh, okay.
Immediately.
How did she feel?
I immediately knew that.
Looking back, has she told
felt
you,
the same way.
I wasn't sure, or I knew once we got together for that first time, I kind of knew you were going to be the guy?
We both knew. We both knew at the same time.
Okay, that's
And
nice.
it was instant.
Okay.
No questions about it.
Wow.
Nothing, super deep, super spiritual.
Okay.
But I think overall, it's been a growth journey for us because, it's been about almost 2 years, pretty much.
2 years. Okay.
But-
Wow.
Yeah. So and on top of that, you throw in the fact that it's long distance too.
Oh, wow. So now is she going to move here? Are you going to move to where she is or what?
No, she's moving here.
Come on with your bad self, Corey. I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. So
Yeah.
2 weeks, huh?
Thank you.
My.
2 weeks.
Hey, well, that gives you about another week or two to call me as a single man. And then once you're married, I want you to call me back and let me know you're married, okay?
Okay, Dr. Ed.
All right, man. God bless you. Thanks for hanging with me and let me ask you those questions too, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You got it. Take care. That's Corey in Upper Marlboro. And seriously, congratulations. That's a nice story. So he met his fiance online. I know everybody has a different way of meeting people, but we're now in 2024 or 2025, and things are